5. Hello everybody, good morning. Let's start with another day of world building in Unreal Engine 5. Let's see what can we do today. Oh yeah, enjoying the morning vibes with a nice cup of coffee. Time to get this going. All right. Super sweet. So, the goal today is to populate this area with vegetation and then start making it more and more interesting with actual buildings, structures, roads and paths, trails, and then we can continue to the smaller details, little by little. Okay. All right, let's continue. Maybe with the jungle area? Yeah, why not? Let's continue with the jungle area. So when it comes to the jungle, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to biome. And I'm going to copy the biome number 1. I'm gonna call it biome jungle. I'm gonna put it here. Inside the biome jungle, I want to just disconnect the landscape data and pause regeneration, just to make sure that none of this is going to load while I'm actually trying to resize the box, which is gonna be like 100, maybe 150. Nice, something like that. And I'm gonna like make it very long, maybe 300, stuff like that. Needs to be way longer. Let's go like, hey Magma, how are you? We got some Magma on screen right now. Awesome.
Hello.
Hey Head, how are you? Good morning. I'm building a little jungle right now. Hey, X-Frame Jax. Good morning.
Thanks for the Easter egg grinning squinting face.
Easter egg. Yeah, volcanoes are the greatest. I really like volcanoes. Super cool stuff. Okay, so I'm going to make like a super huge jungle.
Good morning, sunrise over mountains.
Oh yeah, where's the sun? Right there. A little bit up. Yeah, eventually we'll have some dynamic weather, hopefully. That will take some work, but I would love to have some dynamic weather. That will be super awesome. Right now I think it's time to focus on the environment, and then we will go little by little into lighting. So inside the jungle biome, I'm going to connect the landscape data and play it. It's gonna take a little bit to regenerate, and it's gonna grow a forest for us. Then I'm gonna make a path and I'm gonna cut some jungle, and I'm gonna cut a path through this. And I really need to think, how can I make this interesting, because it's a very long path. And we have some amazing assets for the jungle. Also, I have these nice bridges that I can use as a blueprint. Super amazing blueprint hanging bridges. Got something in my eye. Okay.
And some abandoned camps or something along the forest to make it more interesting.
Yes, absolutely. We need some man-made structures for sure. It cannot only be nature. We do need some ruins, structures, camps. That's a great idea, Magma. I'm definitely gonna make something like that. Because you see, this is the problem with procedural generation. Like, it's just a bunch of nonsense. It's like just trees forever. But we can make it interesting. And let me see, am I growing trees outside this? Okay, cool. The landscape ends there, so that's good. Okay. Now I want to change these trees for something more interesting. To do that, I'm going to the volcano tropical environment, which is discontinued. It's an asset pack that is no longer available for download. So this is some Unreal 4.27 old school stuff that the developer just decided to take off the marketplace. Sometimes it happens. So this is some very good stuff that I managed to actually put into the project. I want to get some vegetation. Let's see the flora. What do we have here? Level? I mean,
Ancient assets LOL.
oh yeah. Asian assets no longer available. Which is very nice, actually. I always wanted to use these assets. Now is the time. Okay. So let's see, what do we have? We have a bunch of palm trees. Bamboo sticks. This is kind of nice. Yeah, we can try it. So to do this, I'm going to open the PCG graph, which is on content. Let's call it PCG. Let's write PCG and it appears right there. Okay. And then I want to disconnect the landscape data. I keep doing this because sometimes when you pause regeneration here, it just doesn't pause it and it's very laggy. So I like to just disconnect the node. I make sure that nothing is going to be processed while I change the assets, because it gets very laggy. So let's go to the trees and let's go to the static mesh spawner, and actually let's start changing the trees for some tropical foliage, which is a static mesh, not a foliage actor. So I'm going to place some of these palm trees here, and then I'm going to go to the index 1 descriptor and change that one, and then go to the index 2 descriptor and change this one, which it looks like the same palm tree, but let's see. Then I might add this island tree. Let's see how it looks. And we can also add more. We can add as many as we need. But it's nice to keep them together with the size. For example, I'm not gonna add this number 4.
Hey, I got a new laptop and I have time. Came to look at the stream.
Hey, hello Bricks. How are you? You got a new laptop? That's amazing. Very happy for you. Make sure to get one of those little things to elevate it from the ground so it breathes better. And also get one of those hair brushes for babies. That's how I clean my computers. And a nice vacuum. You put it like to blow air, and then you clean it up. And if you're gonna use one of those sprays that spray air, be careful, because if sometimes it gets cold and it makes the computer chip, the computer, let's say, it sprays some water on the computer, makes it humid. So try to disconnect the battery, because I had a friend who like burned his laptop while cleaning it. That's crazy, right? Like, but he told me, hey, be careful, because I touched the circuits with this kind of like spray thing and I messed it up. Good advice, actually. Hopefully new computers are a little bit better than that, so they don't have that issue. So in the bushes, I'm gonna start actually adding little bushes like this, leafy cover, and I'm going to add here this lush patch. And then we have this other one, which
I got
is
a crazy deal on an old laptop with a GTX 840 for $40. Yes, I use a toothbrush for cleaning and I remove the battery each time.
a toothbrush. Oh, maybe not a toothbrush, but that's funny. I don't know if you've seen those like baby hair brushes that are super soft to the touch, like super soft. Those are so good, so good. And they're usually like very, very big, so you can cover big areas with them. I remember cleaning my brother's girlfriend PC. It was just a mess. Like a mess. Like, oh, I've never seen a PC so dirty. Not dirty, but like full of dust. And when I cleaned it up, like it actually started sounding like a fan. Like before that was like just trying to breathe, like it was so fun. So PCG environment. Let's go to PCG. And actually, let's go. So guys, yesterday was my record. I got 30.5 hours of visualization.
Yeah, we have one dedicated to cleaning little areas XD.
That's nice. Yeah, that was crazy. Like getting so many watch time hours in one day, without like streaming that much. There's like a big, like I've been getting like a lot of subscribers lately, and I don't know who they are. Like they just came from nowhere. Very nice, very nice. I'm really trying to go back to streaming in the same schedule, and hopefully today we won't have like very loud noises in construction. I don't know, maybe we will have some noises. So I'm just trying to take advantage of the morning. I really like working in the morning. Alright, we got a jungle. Wow. What is this? Hey, looks nice.
Poop new sub.
Yeah, my record was 24 subs in one day. I don't know where they came from, who they are, but I appreciate it. Like, sometimes YouTube just pushes your videos to new audiences. I need to make more shorts. I think shorts have a lot to do with that. I need to create more shorts, but like high quality shorts, because I've been getting a lot of dislikes in my shorts, like a lot of dislikes. So that means that my shorts are getting pushed to a new audience, and this new audience is like, no, I don't want that. So it's nice, because on like YouTube is actually trying to push my content, which is great. But my content is not like so nice. Oh, my mom. Give me a second. Hello? Привіт, ма. Як добре? Зараз побачимося. Добре. Папа. My parents are coming today. That's great. I clean up the apartment, like, you know, like a guy before her date comes in, like just vacuum everything and like cleaning everything like crazy. Like it took me like 2 hours, but I cleaned off the place, so at least they're gonna be happy with that. Okay, so this is too lush. Like this is crazy lush. Like what? Not even like I live in Costa Rica and we have jungles everywhere, and this is not how jungles look like. We need less trees. So I found this node called attribute noise, and if we go to noise maximum and we put it 2, it makes things disappear a lot more. I would like to pause this. Oh, I understand how the pause regen works now. I think it pauses the taskbar to load. Now I can actually come here and change this one, and then replay, and now it's gonna load. It's gonna take some trees off, and then I'm gonna use a spline to actually cut some trees and make some kind of nice roads, trails, and like little kind of passages, well, places you can like walk through. And let's see how it works. Okay, preparing PCG, let's go. I'm learning the settings a little bit better because, okay, do we actually oh, I changed the rock ones. Make sure you just like name everything properly. I need to change the tree actual noise to 2. That will make the trees a little bit less dense. And with this, I should be able to see less trees. Then I'm going to create a spline so we can actually walk through this path. Yeah, PCG, it's super powerful, but takes a little bit to load. Maybe this is a very big environment. Okay, nice. Now we have more patches, you know. Now it looks more like a jungle. We have like empty areas where the sun comes in, and then we have like very lush areas which are covered in the shadows. This is very nice. I like this. That looks much nicer. We have like more patches. That's what the noise does. It kind of like clusters things together in little patches. That's great. One thing I don't like is the white rocks. Usually the rocks I want for this jungle are a little different. So let's see what can we actually get. A mountain. Okay, we have different rocks here. That's great. Let's use these rocks. We have SM static mesh T rock 1. Okay, so let's use that for the PCG graph. So on the PCG graph, I'm going to go to rocks, which these are let's be a little bit more specific. These are small rocks, and these are big rocks, which I'm going to call, yeah, big rocks is good. I'm going to go to the static mesh spawner, and I'm gonna just switch them up. First, pause regeneration, so we don't need to load this like 3 times, just once. And then I'm going to just keep on changing the static mesh. In the index descriptor, I'm going to change it here, and I'm going to add maybe these flat rocks. I don't really want this one. I'm actually just gonna reset, so we take it away, and it's time to reload this. Before I reload it, I kind of want to change the bushes as well. I don't like the bushes in the jungle. We don't want those kind of bushes. We want some different static mesh. So let's see what we have. This one I don't want. And for the small rocks, instead of small rocks, why we might add something different. Let's maybe add some flowers or something. So we go to Flora, static mesh, and we choose some nice flowers. These are kind of nice. Or should we add just little grass? Maybe, yeah, let's try some little flowers. It's okay. Let's add flower, like pink flowers, and then we can add like white, bluish flowers. And then now it's time to save and let the PCG regenerate. Now we have more stuff to regenerate, so it makes sense.
How are you managing this many projects, man?
Right now I'm just working on this one. Yeah, this is the main project now. Yeah, really trying to focus on one at a time, because it gets very tricky for sure. How are you, Vedant? Yay. For some reason, yeah, there you go. No bushes. That's what I want. Okay, so we have a lot of flowers, which looks nice, but don't really want that many flowers. Actually, let's get rid of those flowers. Let's switch them up for some grass.
Great, man. How about you?
Very good, very good. I had some internet issues, and I had some power outputs, power outages, but thankfully now I'm hopefully being able to stream back, so that's amazing. My parents are coming like anytime now, so I don't know if I will be able to keep on streaming, but let's see if they came already. Yeah, my family came. All right. Let's see. Okay. Do we actually? Yes, we have some grass instead of flowers. Flowers are nice, but I kind of placed. That's nice. Some grass on the floor.
I saw your old vlog. You live in such a paradise.
I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a very nice place, but the problem is that we have a lot of lighting strikes, lighting thunderstorms, right? So light goes off a lot of the time, internet goes away all of the time, and it's very hard to work. For example, one day I had an interview, a job interview, and I had no internet, so I needed to like grab my phone and drive like almost 1 kilometer, so I can have signal and stuff, and it was very stressful. Like, it's a great place. The idea is to rent this apartment, but Right now I'm taking advantage of it because there's a lot of construction going in the apartments nearby and stuff. So my dad doesn't want to rent it right now. But the idea is to actually start renting this out so I can move back to the city. Wow, this looks very nice, this jungle. I really like it. Yeah, I need to do more video vlogs. We had some whales jumping in that beach that I show in the video blog. We had some whales jumping like 2 days ago. Like huge whale just came and started like playing on the water. There's like a viral video on TikTok about it. It went into the news and stuff. I saw a whale from the balcony one day, like just spraying water. I was like, what is that? You know, very far away. Не треба? Okay. Okay, I'm like, do you need help? And she's like, no, we good. Okay, awesome. Yay. Yeah, I really want to just populate all of this with like nice vegetation. And then I want to actually start getting a lot of the good stuff. Making like little structures and stuff.
Are you managing both job and personal work?
No, I'm just working on project clients, on the client projects right now. Yeah, I decided to put the other project on pause. The diner, the American diner, I decided to put it on pause, which is also good, you know, to like rest a little bit from one project. And so when you come back, you are a little bit more fresh. You can see more mistakes, and you have a cleaner vision of what you actually want. Because when you work a lot of time in the same project, you get a little bit like a tunnel vision, so you're not able to see things clearly, let's say. So I think it's great to take a little break. But this low poly style like is something that I really wanted to do a long time ago, and I kind of want to create my own assets for this stuff as well and put them in the marketplace. Like, I don't know, like if I really I kind of want to create my own RPG now, you know. It's funny, like I have a very good RPG template that I would like to use. I'm thinking more of like an exploration kind of game, like Zelda Wind Waker, something like more simple, something that you can like join with a friend or two and just like walk around and like kill some bosses, get some armor and finish the game. Something that you can play in like 8 hours, not more. A small game, something like that. I would really like to do something like that. I'm thinking more about games like small experiences now. Like I don't know if it's like actually doable to do big projects anymore. I rather just do small things, and if people enjoy it and like it and it works, we can extend it and make it bigger. But like, yeah.
Then a great vision, man.
Yeah, I really liked Zelda Wind Waker. I used to see my brother play that a lot. My mom is like, dude, like you should probably put the AC lower. Like you're like, it's super hot in here. I got used to the hot weather. Okay, so let's try to cut some splines around here. To do that, I'm going to the modeling tools, and then I'm going to go into model, and I'm going to create a spline, which is create draw spline, and I'm going to basically just try to create some kind of road. like that. Yeah, and I need some height variation and stuff like that. That would be very cool. Let's see how it works. Yeah, not going to think much about this. And then just loop the spline. Okay, something like that. It's I should probably put it on on the ground, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. Next time, I mean, maybe drawing the spline without the trees is better, I guess. But it will still work. I just need to get this spline actor and go to tag. And in the tag, I'm going to add a jungle path. I'm just gonna call it SP jungle path. And this is the same. This tag name is going to be the same for the name of the spline, so we get everything the same. Ya sales por medio, ma. All right. Gonna get this right here, and in the jungle biome, I'm going to go to splines right here, and I'm going to paste that jungle path tag into this right there. I'm gonna pause regeneration, and I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to get this other one off just so I don't get confused. Big rocks also, I want to paste this here. And when it comes to the small rocks, now they're not small rocks, there are it's grass, so I'm gonna call it grass. Well, I tried to pause regeneration, but it kept on going. Yeah, that's why I like to disconnect the node, because this pause regeneration, cancel execution. Okay, there you go. There you go. Now I'm getting better with this grass, and I'm gonna make it like yellowish like that, so I know it's vegetation. Okay, now I should be able to create a nice jungle path. Let's see how it works. Let's see. I want some nice bridges and stuff, like hanging bridges, and a lot of like terrain variation in this path, and like maybe like a river going along or stuff like that. All right, preparing. Let's see how it goes. All right, we got a jungle. We got a jungle path. Nice.
I am planning to build an environment for my portfolio, but it's getting overwhelming. Can you explain how you plan something detailed?
Well, first you want a reference. I recommend you doing a interior environment. I recommend you doing a diorama, meaning that it's just the corner of one room. You get the floor and you have two walls and maybe a little bit of the roof. So That way it's less overwhelming and you're able to actually um, actually get more detailed and finish it easier. It's a nice ways. It's a very nice way to start, let's say, because it can get very overwhelming for sure. Gonna modify the spline a little bit. Gonna break it here. And just look for reference and find something that is very interesting, and then you can start building from there. Then you start doing like a block out of the environment, and then you go from big detail to small detail. That's my advice. It's better to do something small, cause for example with the diner project I went a little bit too big with it and it's very hard to finish stuff like that, which I definitely going back to that project, but for sure it gets a little tricky. I kind of want to like delete just one spline point. I knew there was a way to delete one spline point. Hey, Tata. Give me a second.
Вау, в тебе тут цілий студіо. Так. Вже прийшло нормально, 64 тисячі.
Далі?
Так, айре. Так що то не є нормально, то багато, не є багато.
Окей.
Так що підтримуй завжди по айре. Так, що ж там забрати з машини?
Awesome. Okay.
Добре, я ще проїду і йду. А тобі буде.
This spline is super bad. I think I'm just gonna draw it again. Oh my god, this spline is crazy, yeah. I'm gonna get this spline off. Select. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw the spline again without foliage. I'm gonna go to modeling and draw spline, and then it should just land on the floor. And I need to keep the points a little bit more separated. Nice, now we have a nice spline, yeah. And I need to make it less thick so we can actually get it in the center of the path. It doesn't need to be right in the center, but yeah, I need to get better at drawing splines cause we will need them a lot for this environment. Stuff like that. Very narrow, it's nice because I forget how big this environment is, so I need to keep the scale going. Okay, that's nice. Let's just loop it right there. Okay, that looks much nicer. Now that's great. Accept. Okay. Now this jungle path, I'm gonna copy the name. Oof, I have the sun like shining in my eyes. Like, oof, I need to get like just a piece of dark cloth to cover this part, but so I can so I'm able to see at the window, but just get some light off my eyes, because it's really tough when you have like the sun right in your eyes, and you're trying to focus on the computer. Let's get this one off, and let's get this one named Spline Jungle Path. Let's add a tag called Spline Jungle Path, and now I should be able to bring up, connect this one, and regenerate the jungle and see how it works. Kinda need to go check some reference for the jungle. I need to go into World of Warcraft. They have a very nice jungle environment with like hanging bridges and stuff. Like, that'll be cool. Okay, let's regenerate this and see how it goes. This reminds me of a game where you were able to like control the environment and do a lot of things. Very old game. It was like in the Warcraft 3 era or something. Okay, cool. Do I really have a path? It's kind of hard to see. No, I don't think we have a path. No, it doesn't look like we actually have a path in here. Let's check. Bushes, spline, a jungle path, and then we have the jungle path and the jungle path. It doesn't look like, or maybe is the spline too thin? That's why we are not getting the cut. Maybe that's what happens. One way to do this is going to the spline and press D to actually debug and see the thing. I don't see the spline. Let's press D. That's kinda sometimes when this happens, та зробили пісіну. Ні, вони зробили підлогу трохи, rompieron un canalito al lado, paredes зробили трохи і моторчик поміняли. Ну так. Alright, if the PCG is not working, usually when the PCG doesn't want to work with a spline, what I usually do is change the name of the spline of the tag. So I come here and I basically just reset the path, the tag name. Sometimes when you create a new spline with the same
What
tag,
language were you speaking?
Ukrainian. My parents are from Ukraine. Yeah. So I'm gonna change the jungle path. Let's call it jungle trail or something. Right there. And I'm going to just come here and change it to jungle trail. This happened to me before, like it doesn't like to react to a copied spline. Let's see if it works. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. So I think I'm going to go a little bit out with my parents, because then at 12 the sun is too harsh and it burns. So might as well just take advantage of the ocean for a couple of hours, and then I will come back when it's a little bit more midday, because the midday sun here, it really burns. You need to be careful, because not good for white skin. I mean, for any skin. Really. Oh, what's going on?
Have a good day, man.
I appreciate it. You too. Just really trying to figure out this spline before I go. Yeah, don't really. Та. Чому треба?
Так, ми не взяли. Забули.
Я думаю, я маю більше. Let's see if it works. Отут є, ма? Має, ма? Давай. Alright. Sorry, my parents were asking for toothpaste. she found like a very old toothpaste. I was like, no, I got more. That's funny. She was asking me like, how do you clean your your teeth? I was like, well, I do have more. Okay. If it's not working, it's the spline size. Absolutely the spline size. We need a thicker spline, so let's just try it one more time here with the spline Vine PCG.
Face with tears of joy, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah. That's funny. My mom is so dramatic. Like, she's like, what is this? Okay. Spline trail. Okay. Not swamp, but the jungle trail. Okay. Yeah, I think it's too thin. Let's see if we can actually. Let's make a little test. What if we push this a little bit like that, just a little thicker, because I know when it's not so thick, it really does not respect the thing. It needs a little bit more space. There's one thing called bounding box, which really helps to keep the meshes separated. Kinda need to learn how to use that better, because it's a very important for PCG to actually be able to distribute the assets nicely, and so they don't get like intersected. Okay, I think that's kind of nice. Let's see if it works. And here I kind of want to make it wider, so we have like an opening. Okay, cool. Let's save and let's try to regenerate right there. There you go. Regenerating. Let's see. Takes about 20 seconds or something, which is very nice. But yeah, I really need to see more tutorials on PCG. Like this can get very complex. Like you can do so much with this. It's good that I'm going little by little, because I'm trying to understand the attribute noise. I'm trying to understand the density filter, just like all the different nodes, like the beginner nodes first. Why?
There is a great tutorial about PCG on UE5 official channel. It has in solution in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I need to check that out. Yeah, definitely. That will be super awesome. I like Acil Arts. He has some super awesome tutorials, like very short, very kind of like artist friendly, you know, like let's do a small forest, and he shows you the little nodes. It's not like the whole thing, it's just a little bit, so you get a little like better understanding of what's going on. Cause you like sometimes the Unreal Engine tutorials go too deep at the beginning, but I will check it out for sure, just to see what can we do. Yeah, these splines, this spline trail doesn't really want to work. This happened to me before. Like I remember every time I try to modify the spline and change the name or duplicate, it really doesn't wanna do the thing. There's something that happens when I change the spline. Yeah, all these trees inside the spline should not be here. Okay. Oof, we got laggy. And it doesn't show regeneration. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, PCG it's nice, you know, like, but if you ask me, like, it has a lot of positive things and not so positive things. Like I can get something very nice with just foliage painting. Like I can get something very, very nice with foliage painting, like a little bit more like artistic, more like hand placed, and maybe much more quicker, and I still have a lot of control over it. PCG, it's great because you can, like, once you have the system set up, you can modify it and really make it like nice. Like, oh, I want to place a village, whoop, you move all the trees and you place it, which is great, but it takes some time to set up, and that's what I'm not very happy with. It's like a blueprint, right? Like once you set it up, it's set and you can do like a lot of things very quickly, but the starting process it takes a while. And it's like, you know, all this regeneration takes a little time, so it's not such a like it's a very kind of buggy and like slow process sometimes. All right, they're going out, so I will just try it one more time, cause I made this work so many times, the spline, like I know it should work. There's nothing different about this. It's a closed loop. Everything's good with the spline. Yeah, let's see. One last try. Cause just need to double check the tag name, and there's no tag on the spline trail. Oh, there is. Now you see how buggy is this? Like forest road, forest trail, jungle trail, SP swamp town, swamp trail, jungle trail. We do have a tag. Didn't show before, now it shows. If you double click on it, it shows. Kind of weird. Okay, well, you can never expect these tools to be perfect, right? But SP jungle trail, just gonna copy this again. I'm actually gonna change the name if that helps. Let's see, let's call it SP jungle path or something, or path 1 or something like that, something like different from what we had before. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this name to have it exactly the same. I'm going to get spline data, make a completely new node. It really doesn't make sense to like delete the nodes and like put them back in there, but I will just do it everything from scratch to see if it helps. So get spline data. For some reason I don't see where to input the thing. Okay, now I don't see the option to input the thing, which is actor selection by tag, and I don't see the same option. What? So I need to go all world actors by tag. Okay, nice. Now we have the same options. Okay, now I'm just gonna delete this one, and this one, and I'm going to place it here, and I'm going to just copy it and place it here and place it here. Save, and let's see if it actually works. That's exactly what I did on the swamp environment. That's exactly what I did before. If it doesn't work, I guess I need to create a new spline, because I mean, I don't know what else. It's and it worked like today, you know, it worked like 5 minutes ago. It's just whenever I try to change the spline for another spline, it just doesn't want to. There's something that gets bugged in there. It's like it doesn't want to pick up the same tag.
Which GPU are you running?
Oh fuck, it didn't work. 3060 RTX. Damn, it doesn't work. Oh Jesus. It's really bugs me out a little bit. You know, I've done this process like 10 times and I never know why it doesn't want to work or why it wants to work. Like, I'm just guessing and I don't like this process, you know, like it's really like a guesswork. It's like, dude, like I don't get it. Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just gonna delete this trail. Now it's recalculating and it gets all buggy. So it is calculating the spline, but it's not doing what I want. Just gonna break this and I'm gonna make the last attempt, just the last attempt, because it really
Sofa King.
Sofa King. Yeah, I'm gonna make the last attempt because I really don't know what's going on with this spline. And I want to loop this spline and I want to go accept. Okay, we have a spline right there. This other spline. This one I will delete. Here, this spline actor, let me call it just SP jungle, and I'm going to go to tag and call it SP jungle, the same, right there. Okay, and this is the last try, because if this doesn't work, well, get spline data, and then
I'm assuming we're making some sort of plains area along the mountains.
yeah, this is a tropical kind of path that I'm trying to build. It's just that I'm having a little problem with the splines, as always. Like, it's every time I try to modify the spline, it doesn't work. The first time it works, the second time it doesn't. So I kind of need to like delete everything, make a new spline, make it very nice, and it works. And then I can modify the points and it works a little bit, but if I change the spline name or try to duplicate and use the same tag, it doesn't want to work. It's very, very weird on that aspect. So let's try it again. SP jungle, and let's connect it here. Let's try this spline.
Tropical. A jungle would be nice, or a forest.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of forest and moving grass and moving things. It's gonna be very nice. Okay, this is the last attempt because it's getting a little okay, let's press regeneration. Okay, I need to connect the landscape data node. Okay, now it should regenerate. Okay, last attempt. Come on, this spline should work and cut the trees around the inside the spline. Yeah.
Might be very difficult, but what if we make it like an Indonesian river?
I need to check some reference for sure. I do need to check a lot of reference on real life locations. That would be amazing. I'll check how an Indonesian river looks like. That would be cool. Oh my god, it's not working. I don't know. I don't know.
It's like a very long river in between two shores.
Nice. That's very nice. Uh, we do have stuff like that in Costa Rica, like big mountains with rocks and like a very slow river. It's nice for like rafting. It's called like those boats like that you can go like super cool, like inflatable big boats. Well, not so big, but people put like a helmet on like a life vest and
What's the problem?
I'm trying to cut the path. This spline it's supposed to cut the trees inside it, but it doesn't work. I've done this like 10 times with other PCG graphs. I did it with this PCG graph a couple of just like 5 minutes ago, and it did work. Now it doesn't want to work. Yeah, PCG it's a little painful sometimes. It really like yeah, I don't know, like I did the same process here and it cuts the trees from the road. Perfect, it works perfect. And then I did the same on this other forest and it cuts the trees. But in this other one, it worked one time and it doesn't want to work again. I did it again here. You see the spline? And I cut every tree that is inside the spline. It works perfectly. Now I'm trying to do it again in here and it doesn't want to work. It's yeah, I don't know. Little bit and there's no like
They could have taken their time to make each tree model separate but be spawned all at the same time.
yeah, you can transform these trees into static meshes if you want, and then you can individually modify them. It's it will take some time to actually do that, but it's possible. There's a video on how to turn PCG into static mesh. That's maybe for polishing at the end. But yeah, this SP spline, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit frustrated, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've done this like so many times and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. Really doesn't. I don't understand why it doesn't want to work. Yeah, it's very weird. It's super weird because every time I do it the first time, it works perfectly. Every time I do it the second time, it doesn't want to work. Like, yeah, I'm going to try it one last time and then I'm gonna call it.
When do you think they'll give you the job? That's a long path.
I'm waiting for a third interview, which I haven't received any any information on, which is a very bad sign. So yeah, I don't wanna have a lot of expectations, because they were like very quick with the first interview. They were like, they sent me an email and they're like, hey, can we call you tomorrow? I'm like, okay. And then we had the first interview and the other interview was the next morning, like very fast. And then the second interview was like, well, our boss is very busy right now, we will call you in 1 or 2 weeks. And I'm like, all right, cool. I totally understand what that means. Yeah, they are looking for somebody else, and if they cannot find anybody else in 2 weeks, they might come back to me, but I don't think so. I mean, I don't want to be negative or anything, but I don't like when they do that. For example, the art test I did for another company in Europe, they were like, oh, thank you so much for your effort, and no response in 3 weeks. I put like 32 hours into that art test, and that's how it goes. It's cool, you know, no problem. That got me another freelance. But yeah, usually when they take so long, it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. They were like very pushy, like very.
Well, let's hope they won't. I hope you get the job.
Yeah. They were like very pushy at the beginning. They were like, "Hey, can we call you tomorrow?" I'm like, "That's kind of weird." Usually these like you know, serious companies, they don't do that. They take their time. And they were like super, like, you know, super quick about everything. And then, like, you know, if they're not giving me the third interview that fast, that's not a good sign. But you never know. You never know. I just don't want to think about it. It doesn't really help me. Just going to work on my own thing. Thankfully now I have a client. At least I'm working for somebody.
That line is a bit too wide, don't ya think?
Yeah, we need to make it very wide, cause if not, it does not respond well to the PCG. If we make it very thin, trees actually grow inside it. One way is to cut the trees and then add another trees by hand to actually make it a little narrow. But I'm just gonna make a little test, a super quick test, cause let's call this SP jungle work. Let's call it just like please work. Let's add a tag and let's put it here. And this is the last.
It's faulty all the time.
And this is the last time I'm gonna try it out, cause I don't know what to do. Like, this is exactly the same workflow I've done for all the other PCG graphs I've done. Exactly the same. I don't know what else can I do. Let's see.
Hola.
Hey, what's up, Parius? How you doing? Let's see if it works. Okay, this is the last try. Let's see. Let's get this going. Oh my god, come on, let's do it. Let's get this going. Okay, it's taking a little bit to process, which is good. It needs to think. Okay, let's see. Yes, it works. Now it wants to work. I don't really understand why. Sometimes it likes to work, sometimes it doesn't. Now we have a nice path. So I'm actually able to. I don't really understand. Like, I would like somebody to explain me why.
Yes. Unreal Engine V.
It's super weird. Like, I know that PCG doesn't like two different spline meshes to share the same tag. That's something I realized. But when I delete the spline and I create a new spline with a new tag on the same node, it doesn't want to work. So I need to do everything from scratch: the spline, the node, the tag, and the name. If you change everything from scratch and you make it thick enough, it works. But it's super weird, like, cause I should be able to use different splines with the same tag and just use them as, cause the only thing that the node is asking for is the
I
spline
wonder
tag.
what type of creatures will be on this path.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to create some very cool creatures, low poly animals and stuff, with Blender and stuff. and actually make an asset pack from them. I need to talk to my client to see what's going on, because we can get to a agreement, like I can give you the asset pack for free as long as you let me as long as you pay me per hour to work on it and you are able to use it on your game. So basically it's like he's able to keep the asset for a very low cost, and I'm able to resell the asset in the marketplace later. Because if he wants these assets to be like totally how do you say it, like original, it's not original, let's say if he wants these assets only to be used for his game, then the price is totally different price. It's like okay, you want something specific only for your game, okay, it's gonna be totally a different price. But if you allow me to actually put them in the marketplace, now we're talking, you know, because he wins and I win, because I do want to develop my own assets and put them in the store. There's a lot of cool stuff I want to make actually. Okay, this is working. You see, this is the magic of PCG. I can grab a spline point if I do find it. I wish spline points were a little bit bigger in Unreal. I cannot even see where it is. There you go, I found it. So I can go and push the spline and vegetation goes in that way. Takes about 10 seconds or something. Maybe more. Okay, it thinks a little bit, and then vegetation should move a little bit. It's not specifically the spline border, it goes like somewhere along the spline. And it's super laggy, like, oof, this is probably not the way to do it. Like, you need to like define the spline, and then with the spline options you can say the thickness, and it has to do with the bounding box of the vegetation. So there's a lot of stuff that you can play with to actually get the proper distance between props, which is like this. These nodes are super, like, they look super simple, but they have so many variables that go that are like related to each other. So you really need to understand these nodes first, and then you can continue with the other nodes. Cause
I'm guessing some sort of sea serpent, since it ends at a shore.
oh yeah, sea serpents are super cool. Definitely I want to have some kind of like crocodiles or stuff like that. I want to have like big kinda toads. I like toads a lot. But we can create like magic fantasy creatures as well. We can create like some kind of like sloth monster, something like that. We can create a lot of stuff. Really need to just get creative. Okay, cool. Now it's working. Now everything's fine. I think I'm going to take advantage of my family.
It would be great if I had Discord. Too bad I don't.
I mean, it's very easy to download. We do have a Discord server if you want to join. It's just a matter of downloading it. You can share your work, again, get feedback. We have like 10.
Sloths aren't notorious for being deadly. but I see it would be nice to have not so popular animals.
Sloths? No, they're not deadly at all. You can grab them in your hands. They're very calm. Maybe you're being a little sarcastic here.
Well, I do have Discord, just not access to it.
Let me send you a link. Invite people, copy link. Yeah, the link is in the video description as well, but let me just send it here as well.
https://discord.gg/ryedc2ud https://discord.gg/ryedc2ud
I'm sorry, I sent it twice because I'm streaming to the vertical and to the horizontal.
Age-related issues, just that.
Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's good for now. I'm going to take a little break. And go out a little bit. Since my family came to visit, I need to go spend some time with the family. It's great that we have the path working. Now we're gonna keep on making it interesting a little bit more and more. Thank you so much for watching, and I should come back probably in about an hour or something, because the sun is getting a little bit too hot.
Stream's ending.
Yeah. I need to go out a little bit, but I should be back.
Okay, bye.
Oh, bye. Nice seeing you, head.